Hello guys, welcome back to the second episode of the Indian Football Week brought to you by FootHub.in. And what a week of Indian football that was. We have lots to talk about. So let's kick things off with Mohun Bagan's ILeague title triumph at the Kalinga yesterday. So the Mariners won their second and their last ILeague title after their 1-0 win over ISL with 4 games to spare in the season. And what a poignant way for the Mariners to play out their last season in the ILeague. And next season they'll be playing in the ISL along with ATK. It'll be a merger between ATK and Mohun Bagan, and you can really say that they have merited their promotion, if we can call that promotion, to the ISL. And this Mohun Bagan team will surely go down in history as one of the best teams that we saw in the ILeague, and they will sorely be missed. And there's nothing else we can do other than enjoy the rest of the season that they have left, the 4 matches, and enjoy it while we still can. On top of that, it'll be really interesting to see if ATK can deliver the ISL title, considering Mohun Bagan has won the ILeague. And if the two teams were to win the respective divisions, what a combination that would be. A team that will be feared surely for the seasons to come. Apart from the Mariners in the ILeague, it's been a really disappointing season for all the other teams, a very underwhelming season, and all the other ILeague teams are closer to Indian Arrows at rock bottom than they are closer to Mohun Bagan, and with just 7 points separating the 9 teams, the relegation top 5 really begins, and teams that want to beat the drop should be looking to get out of second gear if they are to stay up in the division. So that's it for the ILeague part. Let's move on to the ISL Final that's coming up this weekend. So football returns to the Fatota, but without the home side FC Go, who narrowly lost out to Chennaiyin FC over the 2 legs of the semi-finals. But it'll be 2 two-time champions ATK and Chennaiyin FC fighting for their 3rd title. And as we head into that exciting final, here are a few things that we can look forward to. So number 1, it'll be a date with destiny. So as we have mentioned earlier, both ATK and Chennaiyin have 2 titles to their names, and when the final whistle is blown at the Fatota on Saturday, one of them will have 3 titles. And to put that into perspective, since the inception of the ISL in 2014, there has been 6 seasons, and by the end of Saturday, one of either ATK or Chennaiyin will have won 3 of the 6 ISL titles, which spells for utter dominance. Going to that match, both teams have also played in 2 finals in the ISL, and neither of the teams have tasted defeat in the ISL final. But Saturday, only one of them will be able to retain their clock of invincibility in the final of the ISL, and we can't wait to find out who it will be. Number 2, a KG debut final on the cards. If the final is to be anything like the 4 legs of the semi-final that we saw, we are in for a treat. We are in for a scintillating football final. But as it happens in football, finals tend to be really tepid, and the nature of the occasion, the pressure tends to get to the players, and finals tend to play out being very cagey, very stiff, very tepid. And if there isn't an early goal to start off the fire on Saturday, it might play out to be a very cagey final. But predictions have been very terrible of late, and we can't wait for the 2 teams to prove us wrong again, and we hope that it's gonna be an end-to-end action of exciting football with lots of goals yet again, like the semi-finals that we witnessed last week. Number 3, unworthy champions. So this is gonna cause a little bit of stir among you guys, but hear us out. We totally understand that ATK and Chennaiyin FC have merited their place in the final. ATK have been phenomenal this season. They have been really consistent, and Chennaiyi's mid-season revival has been nothing short of phenomenal. They've been blowing teams away, but will they really be deserving champions? That's the question. In any league, it's the team that's most consistent over the course of the season that wins the title. So Mohun Bagan won the ILeague because they were the most consistent and the best team over the season, and they accumulated the most points. And it should have happened to FC Goa as well in the ISL. They should have been crowned champions, but instead they've been given the title League Shield winners, and in essence they are not the real champions, and the achievement has been hugely downplayed by these knockout stages, the knockout semi-finals and the finals that is to be played on Saturday. And it's really absurd to think that a division will have 2 title holders, one the champions and the other one the League Shield winners. And if you think about it, it's the League Shield winners that should essentially be champions, but I guess it's just one of those marketing gimmicks by the franchise to up the popularity of the league, and maybe it's destroying the real essence of football, of league football, and maybe this should really discontinue. Anyway, not to steal the thunder away from ATK or Chennaiyin. Like I've said before, they've really merited their place in the final and they will be deserving champions. But we do hope that this is something that will change in the seasons to come, and that the league champions will be crowned the real champions, and that should be it. That's the hope that we look forward to in the future of Indian football. Moving on, we talk about the Indian national team. So the national team has 3 matches left to play from the FIFA World Cup and Asian Cup qualifiers against Qatar, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. So the match against Qatar was scheduled for the 26th of March, but you know, the 3 matches have been postponed as of now due to the ongoing coronavirus, and we really hope that for the sake of humanity and for the sake of everyone's safety, for the sake of everyone's health, the virus will stop and that we will find a cure for it sooner rather than later. Anyway, that's it for Indian Football Week this week. I'll see you next week.